Hey, it's Allie from Little Hill Homestead. You guys, this was probably months ago actually. My husband made homemade ricotta for you guys, and we mentioned that we were going to be using it in our vegetable lasagna. We got a large amount of comments saying, like, what the heck, you can't say that and then not give us the lasagna recipe. So today we are going to be making you guys our homemade vegetable lasagna. It's not vegetarian, it's just meatless, basically, just loaded with veggies. So we're doing it 100% from scratch. There's a few things you can switch up to make it a little bit easier, but there you go. Okay, so far I have cut vegetables because I didn't want you to sit here and have to watch us cut. My husband is helping in the kitchen today. I will say this recipe is delicious. It is so good, and we will eat it for lunch tomorrow, possibly the next day because it makes quite a bit, but it is a little bit time consuming. So be prepared. I was going to make it this morning and put it in the fridge. You can totally do that and then just bake it when you're ready. I didn't, and I'm kind of regretting that now because it's the end of the day and I'm hungry, y'all. Okay, so far I have cut up 2 carrots. What I did is cut them in half first so they cook a little bit faster. I have a half of an onion. I have 1 zucchini that I had quartered and then sliced it, so they're just littler pieces. I have about 4 or 5 mushrooms. I think that's all I have in here so far. Then you need some broccoli. I use frozen broccoli. We get this stuff from Costco because it's reasonably priced, and you get full, like the whole thing is good. It's not, if you get the stuff from Kroger, or sometimes you get like the bits and pieces. Like, you don't want that in your life. You want the good stuff, right? So we get this one from Costco. It's reasonably priced. I think I said that. But I don't need to cut all of them. But I just do, what I like about this is if you have a bunch of veggies in your fridge and you're trying to get it cleaned out, this is a good recipe to do because you can change up any of the veggies to your liking, take any out that you don't like. You do you, like we always say. Spinach. We freeze spinach when we don't use it before it's going to go bad. Or when you grow it and it freezes up perfectly in a Ziploc. I just put it in there, squish the air out, and it freezes great. And then you just take a hunk of it and it flakes right apart. Frugal tip. So if you're like at Kroger and you find the boxes of spinach, or anywhere for that matter, on the discount because it's like expiration date, freeze it. Great. We use it in soups and stuff a lot too. The last thing, you guys know, we grew a boatload of bell peppers last year. The ones we knew we weren't going to use, we sliced up and we froze them in Ziploc bags. We're still trying to get through those, and it is April. But they do great. We use them in all kinds of stuff. So, but I just, when I came into the house each day, if I knew we were going to use them, I just cut them into little strips. So this is the veggie mix that we're going to use. This is what I'm going to write below. But like I said, if you like something, put it in. Eggplant would be great in this. Whatever you want to do. I have a big old pan. I'm just going to turn that on. Hi. Hello. No, I'm just kidding. Hi. I'm just going to drizzle a little olive oil in my pan. And then I'm going to dump all my veggies in there to let them get cooking. Okay, I'm just breaking my spinach apart a little bit, and then I'm going to put a lid on it just so that it cooks a little faster. You want your carrots to get nice and soft. Boom. Okay, I'm not going to clean my bowl, so don't judge me. We're going to make our mixture for the ricotta cheese mixture that's in a traditional lasagna. If you want to make a traditional lasagna like this, you can just leave the veggies out. Actually, it would be an Alfredo lasagna if you do that because it is Alfredo saucy. For this part, we need 1 tub of ricotta cheese. My husband made us homemade ricotta. It's delicious. I will link the recipe. It's really easy, and it's so much better than store-bought. Like, once you make it, you're not going to eat the other crud again. Yeah. To that, we are going to add, I have my recipe over here because I don't know this one by scratch, guys. 1/3 cup of Parmesan cheese. We're just going to do that much. I have the measuring cup right here too. Oh well. And then about a half a cup of mozzarella going in there. That looks good. Okay, then we're gonna go down the line. You need 2 teaspoons of parsley flakes. If you have fresh parsley, you can use that too. I don't, so dried it is. We can dehydrate that if we have leftover like parsley from a recipe, and then I just fill that jar. I think that is from Sam's Club, but it's all, you know what? It's fine. Half a teaspoon of pepper, half a teaspoon of salt. Then you need a 1/4 teaspoon oregano. And then a 1/4 teaspoon of basil. Woo, that was more than a teaspoon. You know what? We like basil. That's fine. All right. That's your mixture. Of course, I don't have a spoon. Why would I have a spoon? That's your mixture. You just kind of squish it together to get your spices incorporated into your ricotta. Like a tub of ricotta from the grocery store is going to be a lot waterier, but we like to use the whey on it in recipes, and so we kind of let it sit a little bit longer to get all that whey out, and it makes a nice, really thick ricotta, which is what we like. Okay, now you're just going to set that to the side. We'll come back to that part later. I'm going to switch you guys around to the stove and show you guys how to make. Okay, you guys know my clicker literally never works, and I pushed the button so the Bluetooth would connect. And guess what? It turned you guys off, so it actually worked. It's a miracle. So I've turned you guys around to the stove. We're going to make our Alfredo sauce that goes into our recipe. What I like about this one is you can make it a low-calorie, lower-fat version, or you can go all out and make it a high-fat version. Up to you. So the first thing you're going to do is turn on your stove. I just have a little pot here, by the way. Ooh, don't break the stove. She's like 100 years old. Okay. I am putting in 1.5 cups of, we're using 2% milk. This is where I'm saying you can use fat-free. We've done this a million times with fat-free milk. You can also use heavy whipping cream. You do you. To that, we are going to add 1 teaspoon of garlic powder. We're going to do a 1/4 teaspoon of black pepper. We've got, this is like the key to every Alfredo sauce ever, is nutmeg. I know it sounds a little strange, but it adds this like awesome flavor to it. We use whole nutmeg and we grate it. You guys can use whatever you've got. I would use a little less than 1/8 of a teaspoon, about 1/8 of a teaspoon. You don't need a ton to get a big punch from nutmeg, but it makes it so good. Okay, so we have all our spices in there. We also have 3 tablespoons of butter. This is another one that if you are doing lower calorie or trying to be careful, you can use, I can't believe it's not butter light. We've done it with that and it's worked. I'm using butter today because I forgot that we're watching our calories. But whatever form of fat you want to use, you can use that. So all I'm going to do is bring this milk, get it warm, basically. Get the butter melted in there. This Alfredo sauce is great over just regular pasta too. If you want to do like a low-fat Alfredo, just use the lowest fat combo and it's still delicious. Traditionally with Alfredo sauces, you thicken it by using more cheese. Well, for us, we don't want to use more cheese, so we actually are going to add a little bit of flour. Okay, our butter is kind of breaking down in there. It's not hot yet, but it's all good. I'm going to add 3 tablespoons of flour into there. I'm going to do it before it gets hot so that I don't get clumps. And maybe still, yeah, you're still recording. Okay. It's my mic, by the way. I'm not looking down my shirt. Well, I guess I was technically looking down my shirt, but it's fine. All right, I'm gonna check on my veggies. They're steaming away over here. Like I said, I keep a lid on so that they cook through, but they're just cooking away over here. I don't do any seasoning or anything on the veggies. I just cook them in a little bit of olive oil. So they're doing great. I picked, you guys know, we love our stove. This is Pearl. She's from the 1930s, and we love her, but she only has one large burner. All the other ones are small, and it takes forever to cook on the other three. But it is what it is. Once it gets warm, she keeps hot, though, so that's good. But she's a little finicky. Would you get, my husband's in the background today, would you get a vintage stove again?
Yes.
Okay.
I would.
There you go.
Once you learn it.
Once you learn it, yeah. And we don't have gas running to our house, so we have to do electric. That's why we have an electric one. In California, we had gas, and when we first moved to the South, it was kind of like, I don't know how to cook on this. I have no idea how to cook on this, but we're good now. It's been 10 years.
Yeah.
All right, this is starting to get warm, and it's starting to thicken up just a tiny bit. I'm going to add a 1/4 cup of Parmesan cheese. I told you guys a couple of videos ago, we stopped buying, well, we really didn't buy a lot of bagged cheese. The only bagged cheese we really still bought was Parmesan. And we have officially switched now, that one as well, to use no bagged cheese. So we've been grating our own. But I told you guys that awesome little rotary cheese grater. That thing's a game changer. All right, let me show you. Can you see it? Let's see. I'm putting you down. Okay, it's nice and like thick. See how it thickened up? Beautiful Alfredo sauce, you guys. All right, back up. I'm going to remove this from the heat. I'm just going to set it on the back burner for now. And it's going to be time to start building our lasagna as soon as our veggies are done. So once the veggies are done, how long has it been on the veggies? Maybe 7 minutes?
Sure.
Yeah, it's been like 7 minutes. As soon as the veggies are done, I'm going to turn you guys back to the island, and I'll show you guys how we build these lasagnas. I say these because we're having Alfredo. No, we're not having Alfredo. I mean, we are. We're having a veggie lasagna with Alfredo sauce. Our kids are anti-vegetables. Well, they like corn, but our youngest will eat more veggies than most of them. But they don't like the veggie version of this one. So we are going to make just a regular Alfredo one for them. I might cheat and use the last bottle of Alfredo sauce I have in our pantry to get it out of there and save our good Alfredo sauce for ours. And then they can just suffer. Might do that.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Either way, we're going to go roll our pasta so it's ready for you guys. And I'm going to go throw the ball to that guy so that he's out of here not whining. But we'll be right back. Hey, okay, we're back on the other counter. My husband is making my lasagna sheets for me right now. He's so cute. He even has his little Hill Homestead shirt on. I don't know why I have a knife here, but anyways.
I put it there.
You put it there?
There's a knife there.
There's a knife there. I have, this is an 8.5 by 11 pan. I used to have one a little bit smaller, but somebody broke it.
Not me.
It wasn't me. It was totally him. So today we're using this one. You can use a 9 by 13. It works as well. If you do, you may have to double your Alfredo because it doesn't really go very far all the time. Sometimes I have to make a second batch real quick, but we're going to put a little bit of Alfredo at the bottom of your pan. That's just so nothing sticks. Okay, the first, I just move the Alfredo around so it gets to every corner, and we're good. Let me grab actually, will you hand me a lasagna sheet? So like I said, we have homemade lasagna. If you don't, just pre-cook your lasagna and have it dried and just ready to go. So with fresh lasagna sheets, I just lay them in there and then I just rip them to fit the pan. So I'm just going to put those in there like, whoops, that. And that just kind of covers the bottom of the pan. To that, we're going to add a little bit of our ricotta mixture. I use my hands and I make a giant mess. It's fine. So this is the ricotta mixture. It has a little bit of cheese and all the herbs in it. You could spread it out if you want perfection, but like we don't do that around here. We do on lots of things, just not with ricotta. It's very hard to spread. You guys know what I mean. Plus it kind of melts anyways. So I just kind of blob it around. You guys see what I'm doing? Blobbed it around. Then we're going to add some mozzarella cheese to the top of that. I kind of just sprinkle what looks good. I'm like, okay, that looks like it would taste delicious. And then the problem is your hands will get disastrous. I just keep a towel right here and then throw in the laundry, which I need to switch because I have towels in there today. Okay, let me move my veggies over here so I can get to them a little easier. So our veggies are done. I like them a little overcooked, but they're definitely like fully cooked veggies. So all I'm going to do, hope my mic's on. Yep, we're still good. I don't know why sometimes it just decides to turn off. So I just take some of the veggies and kind of move them around on our mixture. I think we can get 3 layers out of this. And that'll give my husband and I dinner tonight and I think 2 lunches. Until we get sick of it. Okay, to that, we are going to put a little more of our Alfredo. Okay, at some point, my phone actually 100% just went to a black screen and died. Which is crazy to me because, well, I have to talk louder now because my microphone doesn't work. I'm using my husband's camera. He actually has a really good camera. I'm liking this. My phone just turned off. It usually gives me like a warning. It was like, I'm done. Anyways, so we did a layer of the veggies, the cheese, and then I drizzled some Alfredo on top of that. Next, I'm gonna get another pasta sheet. He got the hint. I love it. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
He's the best sous chef ever. But we've been married forever, so we've trained each other pretty well, I think. All right, so now we have our next layer of pasta down. Continue to build up your lasagna. So we made the kids lasagna, it's behind me. And like I said, I used jarred Alfredo for them because I love them, but I like myself better some days. No, I'm just kidding. That'll leave me enough for the next layer. But for them, I did the same thing. I just omitted the veggies from their food. All right. Then we have our mozzarella, which is refreshed. I love it when it just shows back up in the bowl. Then we have our veggies. And you can go as many layers thick if you want to stop at 2 and just do really thick layers. But we have really good pasta, so. I was telling my husband, I haven't had a rant today. Well, I probably have, just not with you guys. What rant can we have? Okay, I think we're doing 2 layers. Well, let's do the veggies. Yeah, we're gonna do 2 layers of veggies. We'll just make one real thick. And then we'll do 1 layer with just cheese. Rant is that I don't follow recipes. Even my own. Okay, let me get this out of here. And a little bit of Alfredo sauce over that. And then our last layer of pasta. You know, I lied. I'm gonna, normally I would just keep going, but I think I'm gonna, how many more pastas do I have?
2, actually.
2 more.
They're a little bit small.
I'm afraid I'm gonna run out of Alfredo. I should just double the Alfredo. If you guys make this recipe, double the Alfredo. You'll be happy. I'll make a note below that says just double it. All right, last of the ricotta.
There's some left.
I know, there's no egg in it, so you can eat it. A lot of people put egg in it. I don't know why you would put egg in this, but Yeah. All right. There wasn't quite enough to do another layer there, but it's fine. It's fine. Then you're gonna do some mozzarella. Normally you would do some Alfredo, but I only have enough for the top, so. All right, pasta sheet. We're just winging it, you guys. This is just part of it. Dude, let's add some of the Parmesan. I was gonna just do it on the top, but we have this big bowl of it here.
Oh, there you go.
Thanks, lover. Oh, I have one more, perfect. All right. Can I have the last pasta sheet? These ones weren't quite full. So usually one box of pasta makes more than enough for this. So if you guys are just using store-bought, which, hey, nothing wrong with that.
Then you haven't listened to anything we said.
Then you haven't listened to anything, because really homemade pasta, you could even just flatten it out with a rolling pin and slice it into pieces with a pizza cutter. Okay, I'm gonna take the last of my Alfredo, which again is...
Yes, this is good.
It's
Oh,
good. It's very
lost my
good.
mustache.
I disagree, you still have a mustache. See, the good thing about waiting to cook until later in the day, which is harder to do because we're hungry and it's after 5 o'clock now, and these still have to bake, it's 6 o'clock now. These still have to bake for like 45 minutes or whatever it is. I gotta pull the book out. Half hour, 45 minutes. Is that my husband gets to be in the kitchen with me if I wait, so that's fun.
Are you good on Parmesan?
Yes, I'm good on all the cheeses. All right, so we have Alfredo across the top. I'm gonna put a little bit of water in my pan. Because I'm using raw noodles, I'm gonna add a little bit of water to it. If you're using pre-cooked noodles, you don't need to do this. This is maybe half a cup-ish of water. I just kind of drizzle it over the top so that it can cook the noodles. That way it doesn't get so dried out. It'll sink down under the bottom and kind of steam those noodles up. I'm gonna put the last of our mozzarella on top of this. So we have a beautiful, do you like cheese on top of your stuff? Like, do you like to get brown and crusty so it's like one sheet?
Yes.
Drives me crazy. He makes the best scalloped potatoes in the whole world. I'm gonna get him to make them for you. And when he does, it's got that like cheesy crust. It's so good. They have they're like a lemon rosemary. I don't even know. I'm just using all this cheese. So whatever I put below, just add as much cheese as you want. All right, there's our lasagna. I'm gonna pop these in the oven for, hold on, I can't remember. 45 minutes. They're going in the oven for 45 minutes. So this is ours. I put my kids in a little sandwich one because there's only 2 of them here tonight, and they don't eat leftovers when it comes to pasta. So they're gonna go in the oven. Oh yeah, our oven is at 375 degrees. I don't cover them or anything. We're gonna cook them for 45 minutes and we will be back. And my clicker doesn't work because I'm using my husband's phone. Hey, we're back. It's been 45 minutes. Actually, it's been a few more minutes because we pulled this out of the oven and then I let it sit for, it's been maybe 5 minutes. Let me bring it over here so you can see this beauty. Oh gosh, this thing is hot. Oh, look at that. Okay, let me back it up a little bit. It's not the best angle, but this thing is hot and I'm working around an island, you guys. Okay. So I usually let it sit just a couple minutes to cool down so that it kind of sets back up a little bit and it doesn't like slide so bad. The kids is over here. Theirs is beautiful too. Ours got a little crusty on the top and it really puffed up, which it typically doesn't do. But it seems like every time I do a video for you guys, something that's never happened before happens. It's just the nature of it, right? So like I was saying, we usually will cut this into 6 pieces and we'll do two for dinner. We'll do 1 each for dinner tonight and then lunches. It heats up really well. So I'm gonna go ahead and cut into this. I put this over here so I'd use it and then didn't remember to use it. All right, give it one good slice down the middle. These are monster pieces, by the way, but remember most of this is vegetables and cheese. No, I'm just kidding. But we don't eat anything with this. Sometimes we'll do like salads or different stuff. But tonight we're just having some lasagna. Sometimes we'll do bread with leftover bread that we've got. I don't have any leftover bread right now. I've basically eaten every bit of everything that I've made recently. So I just loosen it up a little bit from the edge. And, all right, let's see if we can get one of these bad boys out of here. My husband requested the crunchy edge over here, so that's what he's gonna get. If I can do this. All right. Ooh, jalapenos would be pretty good in here too. I like jalapenos and everything though, so. Okay, it lifted out beautifully. Let me show you guys what we've got. You've got the layers of veggies, you've got that beautiful pasta, and then cheese. Oh my word, you guys, this stuff is so good. This is bomb. Like I said, it's kind of like, what is lasagna? If you want to use red sauce instead, you totally can. If you want to, like I was saying, there's variations. You want to throw some sausage in the mix, you totally can. It's pretty user-friendly. But add whatever vegetables. If you've got like a bunch of summer vegetables you need to use up, or your fridge is full, I wouldn't do celery though. Right? No, just doesn't work. But like I said, we're just gonna eat a boatload of this for dinner, and he already took his. That is it. Go enjoy. The recipe will be below, and if you guys have any questions, oh, this started to overflow, so we stuck it on a cookie sheet. It doesn't ever do that. So, like I said, if it's gonna happen when I make it for you guys, of course. So, have a good evening or morning or midday, whatever it is to you guys. And I think this is going up on a Monday. Happy Monday. Have a good day.